Hello there everyone and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Mania Legends. So today we are going to be discussing a few things a little bit later on in the video. But before I get into that, I did want to mention that obviously tomorrow we are going to be getting a brand new clan event. And if you head on over to the clan league section in-game, it actually shows you what league your clan is going to be placed in. So if we head on over to the middle tab here, we can see that our name is here, Quackalakes' clan, and then we have all of these people here that are going to be placed within the same league as us. And so obviously there's something about sieging and fighting other clans, so I'm assuming something along the lines of we are going to be placed against one of these clans right here. And most of these clans do have 41 plus members, if actually all of them do, so we are in League 3, which is the highest league that we can be placed in at the moment. So it's probably going to be very, very difficult for us to move on in the Windows clan as soon as the new event comes out, because again, we've got 22 hours. And that is pretty much what everyone has been speculating. It must be the new clan event that's coming out. I can't imagine it not being. If it's not, then, you know, come back here and say, you're dumb quacks, but yeah, if you want to check that out and see what clans you are going to be placed against, then go on and check that out. I know there are a couple of pretty difficult clans here already, but obviously you can see whether you're going to get placed against the top clan in the world, if you want to. So that is something that has been implemented into the game. Gameloft haven't mentioned that being implemented or anything, but obviously that is in preparation for tomorrow. But aside from that, the main things that I did want to talk about today were just a couple of things that have been talked about on the forums, because instead of talking about what's been going on Facebook, let's talk about some of the forum stuff that's been going on. There have been a couple of forum posts, obviously, last week. We did get the 2 new breedable dragons for about a few hours, and then nobody could actually breed them anymore because they were taken out of the game. And a lot of people were very, very annoyed by this, because everyone thought that we were getting some new breedable dragons, and what could be bad about that? You know, it is an awesome thing whenever we get some new dragons that we can breed, because the last time that we got some new breedable dragons in-game, I don't remember who talked about it on the forums, I'm sure I'll find the picture, but apparently it was in 2015? Which means that the last time that we actually got a brand new breedable regular dragon was years ago in this game. So for anyone like myself, or just people that have been playing this game for a very long time, obviously we're like, when are we gonna get some new stuff? And you know me, I'm a breeder, I love to breed so many of these dragons, and at the moment I have very, very little that I can actually breed. All that I have left to breed is the enchantment legendary, the plushie, and after that, my entire collection is complete. And there is absolutely nothing else left for me to breed in this game. So, when I heard about the Vulture and the Aloha, I believe it is dragon, becoming available, it's like, oh my god, we got some new dragons to breed, that's awesome! And then, obviously, it was just a bug, so they were quickly taken away. And don't get me wrong, I am definitely on the side that game developers can make mistakes, and in that situation, very unfortunately, they weren't meant to be implemented into the game yet, so we don't get to have them. I think it is a really dumb thing to have them even implemented slightly into the game, and then they just get taken away. Because obviously that made a lot of people very, very upset, very angry. And, again, the main reason being that so many people don't have anything left to breed in-game. And I completely understand that as well. And genuinely, just thinking about how long ago it was since we got the Light and Shadow updates, which was the last time that we got anything like that, that was forever ago. Literally, that was like old DML. That was before enchantment leagues, that was before all the changes to the map and everything like that. It has been such a long time since we've just had normal breedable dragons, and there's so many combinations of dragons that we haven't had yet. So a lot of people on the forums have been saying, look, we have been asking for years, literally, that we want some new breedable stuff. I do too. The only main problem with that, if they did implement a ton of new dragons, is the fact that we don't really have the room in the habitat space that we're given. And that has been something on a lot of breeders' minds for a very long time as well. Like, where are we going to put all these new dragons that you're giving to us? We barely have the space as it is. We have to level up just to get extra habitat space, and that's like 3 slots max if we're not using legendary habitats. So, I know that there have been a few suggestions on the forum before to increase the number of spaces per habitat to 4, and maybe increase the amount of levels that you can level up your habitats to. Something like that. Not sure what difference it would make. Maybe if you increase it by too many levels and give players too much gold from just sitting in the habitats, maybe it'd make map fights less worth it. But I have definitely been asking for new breedable dragons, just normal ones, just uncommons, just rares. Like, we barely have any rare dragons, and obviously they're used to breed the standard legendaries, but just in general, I would love to see some more uncommons. We have barely any of those, and most of the time when you get them, like, it's just a crappy meteor dragon, I don't really care about that. So, obviously with the things being implemented and then taken out of the game, that has made quite a few people quite angry. And that does take me on to my next point. I did mention Crimson Fury not long ago, and I didn't really specifically mention why I was talking about Crimson Fury, but it's more or less the same situation. Because I'm not sure how many of you know about Crimson Fury. A lot of the old players probably do. But Crimson Fury is an item that you could purchase when the game first came out to give you Dragon Fury instantaneously at the beginning of fights. I believe that is the same case for arena fights, for dungeon fights, just any fights in the game, but I can't confirm that for sure because I don't have it myself. But Crimson Fury was only available in the game until March of 2015. So, it was available for 2 months, and then it was withdrawn from the game. But the people that have Crimson Fury, and bought it before it was taken out, still have that in their game to this day. And you can imagine that having Crimson Fury / Dragon Fury for free at the beginning of every single fight, and not have to pay for the gems to activate it instantly, it gives people a gigantic advantage in-game. And you know me, I'm not someone that's like, oh, they have an advantage over me, how dare they? Better take that out of the game immediately. No, I'm not like that. But we did get a post, I think it was by Andres not too long ago, explaining that they have absolutely no intention of ever bringing Crimson Fury back at the moment. And you know, that's fine. I get the reason why they took it out was because 5 months later they did bring out Dragon Fury Essence. So, I'm assuming the plan was, look, everyone that has Crimson Fury is probably never ever gonna use Dragon Fury Essence, so we kind of do want people to spend on the Fury Essence that we're trying to bring out, so they discontinued it before they implemented Essence. But the only problem that I have with that is just the sheer advantage that people get out of having it. Like, there aren't a lot of things in this game that I'm too bothered with. Like, obviously, the more money people have, they can buy more gems, they can spend it on free Dragon Fury all the time, they can use their gems to speed things up, and just have an advantage overall. But having an advantage so incredibly strong, like Crimson Fury, is insane. Like, literally, it doesn't matter what fight you go into, you're always gonna have Dragon Fury instantly. And I guess that's just me complaining, because it's like, I could just have Crimson Fury all the time if I wanted to spend the money on the extra gems for it, but I don't think there's any other item in this game that has been taken away and just never ever been brought back. There are a couple of things like that, like the Christmas habitat, which a lot of people do ask to be re-implemented. We had in the most recent Easter event a special statue with an egg on it, where if you bought that, it generated a few extra currency for you, but its main use was just to be a cool little collectible from the event, and it's obviously no longer available before. So we do have a couple of little things like that, but nothing that is a gameplay mechanic that has such a massive difference, if you get what I'm trying to say. So, I don't know, it's not that it's unfair that people have it and we can't have it. I guess it kind of is, but I just really wanted to see Crimson Fury re-implemented in a different way. Because, again, it hasn't been available since March of 2015, like, that is a very long time ago, and if myself and a few other people do remember that, and I'm thinking, God, why didn't I buy it when I had the opportunity? But it's just the whole thing about bringing things out and then taking them away. That's what's happened recently with the breedable dragons, and we have no confirmation that those breedable dragons from before are actually going to be re-released as breedable dragons or not. We don't know what plans Gameloft have. They might be planning on releasing them later on down the track, but the fact that they took them out of the shop instantly isn't a great sign. It's not a great sign. I actually missed that shot. These Discord notifications are also annoying me, so pardon me for missing that shot awfully. If I keep getting message on Discord, I'm actually going to kill someone. Like, literally, why is this... Whatever, I'm just not even gonna think about it. But, yeah, you know, it's just, that's what's caused a few people in the community, mostly just older players that have been here since the game's release, where it's kind of annoyed them a little bit. And obviously I do understand it completely. I've been here since the game's release, more or less. I wasn't very dedicated back then. With playing the game, I was just trying to procrastinate, ignore life, and just play a cute little dragon game that reminded me of Dragon Veil, because I used to play that on my dad's phone. But, you know, that is one of the things that I'm always going to remember about this game. Like, I'll always remember the, just how difficult it used to feel breeding all the legendary dragons, because I didn't breed a dragon of the month for, like, what was it, 7 or 9 months? Something like that. Like, people always go, I've gone for a dragon of the month every month I've played, and I've been playing for 4 months. I'm like, honey, you barely even gotten into the game at this point. Just breed all the commons, breed all the rares in that first, and then go and breed yourself some legends, because I never got myself that root dragon either. And the root has never been re-released as a dragon of the month. I mean, he was available in a couple of bundles, don't get me wrong. They have given you the opportunity to purchase him if you wanted to. But I'm not someone that just buys dragons outright. I've only ever done that, like, once or twice. I think twice, maybe. And that was part of special bundles. But, like, buying legends outright costs a fortune. Like, for anyone that has the Planet Dragon bundle, what is that, like 80 quid? Like, that is pretty insane. And I'm not going to use him on my team, so I'm not going to bother with that. So I'm not someone that just purchases all the legends or everything. The only reason I still play games like this, or still play games like Pokemon, is because I like the breeding. I like the luck. I like just breeding two things together, having a breeding pair, and, You know, when that gets taken away from me, when everyone's like, oh, look at this cool new dragon, I'm like, oh, really? Does that actually work? And, you know, that getting taken away is a big disappointment, but I think all that we can do from here out is just hope that there are no more mistakes, air quotes, where they have to remove something from the game because it is that game breaking, or is that unexpected. Like, maybe the Vulture and the Aloha dragons are meant to be coming out in an event or something, so maybe that's the reason why they had to pull them, because I can only imagine that, what if they were going to bring them out in an event and they accidentally released the both of them, and now they're like, oh my god, what are we going to release as part of that event now? That's the only possible thing, potentially, that I can think of. And, obviously I don't know if it's true or not, but that may be the reason why they were so adamant on pulling it. Like, I'm not trying to find excuses for them, because, you know, I don't work for them. We just have a mutual, established kind of, almost friendship, where it's like, you scratch my back, I scratch yours, but that's all I have with Gameloft. It's not like I work for them or anything like that. It's not like I know the inner workings or what the devs plan all the time. So for now, it's just going to be another one of those situations. We'll wait and see what happens. And I know people on the forums try and be civil, and a lot more civil than other places about it. Cough cough, Facebook. But, you know, a lot of older people, I do very much sympathise with you, but we also have to respect the fact that if those dragons are meant to be out in an event, imagine how worthless it would feel if it was like, oh yeah, by the way, you know those dragons that we accidentally brought out and everyone could breed? How about this new event, this cool new event that now no one wants to participate in because we released them by accident beforehand and we were too scared of the repercussions of pulling them. So now I guess those dragons are more sought after than like anything, because anyone that had them, they're like, wow, you managed to breed them in a very short period of time. But, I don't know. I'm just trying to consider the reason why they would have been so strict on pulling it. I think there's probably a good reason for it. There normally is, but I can't prove that. I can only have hope that it wasn't just for the sake of it and just to spite people, which I don't think they'd do that, because then literally everyone would leave. I mean, a lot of people do say that all the time. I'm leaving, I'm never playing DML again because of this bad update and all these bugs. Yeah, the bugs are annoying. Yes, I can't even search for my own clan on Android. I know how annoying that is. But, you know, you gotta have faith in a developer that gives you a free game. It's your choice to purchase money or purchase currency in game to spend on this game, and it's also your choice to keep playing. If it's that bad of a game, just leave. Literally, it's not like the developers abuse us and say, screw you all, fans, we hate you all. It's just, I guess, they have different business plans to what a lot of people are hoping. And that is where a lot of the problems come from. Again, I'm gonna be sitting here waiting for another 15 years until Dragon Fury comes back in the form of Crimson Fury, and, you know, it'll be an amazing day if it ever does come back. But for now, I'm going to leave you guys there. But, you know, just some food for thought for now. Look forward to this brand new clan quest or clan event, whatever it's going to be. These are obviously going to be our opponents, so, you know, I guess we'll prepare for that. And you should probably take a look yourself for your own clans. But, for now, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, I will see you then.